Hey guys, it's Kevin again, and this is going to be my review for Switch to Birth Season 3, Episode 8, Dance Me to the End of Love. And this was another really good episode. I don't think it was the best episode of the season. Definitely, I didn't think it was as good as last week's. This was kind of like a new way, but I kind of like the way this episode was done. It was told through dance. Like, a lot of the big scenes were kind of told through dance, and I thought it was kind of cool how they incorporate dance into it. I thought it was going to be, like, very filler, but it actually turned out to be a really good episode. Was it the best episode of the season? No. I felt there were a lot of things that was kind of stupid that I didn't like. There were a couple dance sequences, one particularly that I thought was extremely unnecessary. So let's just get to this review. And there's a lot going on in this episode, but I definitely really enjoyed this episode. Let's go to John and Kathryn, because they're still our main focus for this season right now, so let's just get to them. John and Kathryn. John might be starting to figure some things out in his storyline. Believe it or not, I actually might want John and Kathryn back together now because of what happens at the end of this story. Before, John's still being the regular douchebag. You know, he's basically not, you know, he's not listening to Kathryn. We see that Kathryn is definitely moving on from John. She wants adventure. She wants, you know, Renzo is there for her. She's having a lot of fun in the dance classes and things like that, and she wants adventure. So John wants to try to get back together with Kath. He has this whole plan on how to try to get back together with her. He ends up giving her a necklace, and he gives her this necklace, and she basically doesn't like it because it's the same exact necklace he gave her years back, and he completely forgot. So I'm like, are you stupid? And then he does the most selfish thing in this episode. This scene I absolutely hated. He blames Renzo. Renzo? Why are you blaming Renzo for this? Renzo did not... Yes, Renzo encouraged Kathryn to do this, but she didn't encourage Kathryn to like, separate herself from you. He didn't encourage Kathryn to kick you out of the house. And, I mean, he was basically saying to him, I mean, I love what Renzo said, is that Renzo basically said to him that he's only blaming other people. He can't just blame himself. He can't say that he did wrong. I really like that Renzo said that. And this just proves, this episode, Renzo is definitely my favorite character after this episode, because what he said to John, I mean, really, this really makes John think. He thinks of a whole new plan on how to fix things, how to make an adventure for her. I like the dance sequence in the beginning with Kathryn, by the way. I thought that was kind of cool. But he wants to try to make things better for her, give her more of an adventure like she wanted. And what ends up happening is he makes the whole family sit together for dinner. And this was a very cute scene, by the way. I really like the way this scene went. They all just randomly start, like, almost like a flash mob to start playing with utensils. And it turns into this whole big dance number. And Kathryn and John might be getting back together. Now, do I want Kathryn and John back together? I don't. I still don't think that John deserves Kathryn at this point. Yes, he's starting to figure things out. I still think, though, they just need to be, you know, like, friends right now or something like that. They don't need to be together. Because I think John needs to just take a little break from her. And I think he's starting to realize it and kind of make a conscious effort that, hey, I screwed up and I'm kind of the one at fault here. I think he's starting to realize that. But I still don't exactly want them together yet. Not yet, anyway. But that was John and Kathryn's storyline. Now, was it the strongest storyline in the episode? No. However, I did think that the one scene with John and Renzo arguing, very good scene. Really great performances in that scene as well. Whoever plays John, great performance. And, of course, Renzo's character. Just love Renzo. Who doesn't love Renzo? If you guys don't like Renzo, I'm sorry, but I love Renzo's character. So then we see, after this scene, we basically see, so that was basically John and Kathryn's plot. Now let's go to Bay. Bay's plot was very strong this episode. In my opinion, Bay's plot was the strongest plot of the episode, because I thought there was a lot in Bay's plot that I really enjoyed. So let's just get to her plot. Her plot, of course, is that she can't paint with her other hand, and she's very worried about this. You also see that her and Tank are officially together. You know they're together because they kissed in this episode, and you know they're officially together, which I kind of like. I think it's cute that they're together. He seems like a good guy for her, and I kind of like that. So yeah, I did really enjoy that. and she is very worried about not being able to paint with her other hand. She's very worried about that. She turned in this art project to her teacher, and her teacher just does not like it because, it's just like random scribbles, and it's very abstract, not something that she would expect from Bae. And Bae is kind of upset about this, that, she's really upset that, her teacher thinks this, so she wants to try to find a way to make it better. And, Emmett brings her back to, she kind of, starts to, her teacher tells her to think about a time when she, the most surprising time in her life, and that, of course, was the time she found out she was switched at birth. So, Emmett actually takes her back there, and she starts to reminisce of some things. And we also find out that, his father, when his father was when Emmett's father, Emmett's father and his mother, they used to go there before they got divorced, something like that. That was a good scene, but in my opinion, that dance scene was the most unnecessary dance scene of the episode. I didn't think that was necessary at all, and I didn't care for that. However, I did really like the scene where Bae kind of did the opposite of what her teacher wanted her to do, but did something that her teacher still really appreciated. Instead of her doing like a drawing, she turned it into more like a picture thing, and I thought that was kind of cool actually, because she still is she's realizing I can still do this. Art is not necessarily drawing. Art is basically anything. Anything is art, and I really like that part of the episode. The one plot that I could not stand in this episode, though, was Daphne's. I didn't understand why it needed to be in the episode. It did not flow with the rest of the episode for me. I didn't like it. Daphne's plot is just the same. She's still torn between Jorge and Campbell, and it's really getting on my nerves, guys. This needs to end right now, because this storyline is no longer that interesting. It really is not. The dance sequence was it was so weird for me. I found that just to be so weird, and I absolutely hated this plot. I didn't like it at all. I didn't think it was that strong, and I did kind of like the way it went, but there was one really good thing about this plot that I did like, was she is actually supposed to, she was helping out Jorge with a job, and because she can't hear, there's this boy who's having a seizure. She could not hear him, and he almost died. So the girl, boy's mother's really upset, because she's like, you put a deaf girl to do this and everything, and Daphne's really upset about that. So that I really liked, but the whole thing with her being torn, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. It's not a good storyline. Cherie's storyline, yes, great storyline. Probably my second favorite storyline of the season. First favorite, of course, being the John and Kathryn one. But this storyline is just not strong at all. It's my least favorite storyline of the season. It's not that interesting. And I don't like it. I don't like this storyline at all. It's boring. Also, where was, Regina was in the episode, but she really didn't do much of anything in this episode. Which is fine, because she didn't have to. The strongest plot in the episode, I said Faye's was strong, but the strongest plot was actually Travis and Mary Beth. I really liked this storyline. I thought this was a really cute storyline for both of the two of them, and I really liked the way this one went. So, Mary Beth invited Travis to this sorority thing, because if you remember the sorority thing that's happening, Tank was talking about in the beginning with Bae. It's like this sorority dance that he has to go to, and she wants him to go to because it's a college that he wants to apply to, and he has to basically attend this formal. But we find out, though, he doesn't tell her that he can't dance. So Angelo tries to teach him how to dance. I thought the scene was very cute. I really enjoyed this scene. We were trying to teach him to dance, but he can't do it. So they're trying to go to the they're ready to go to the formal and everything. And while Mary Beth arrives, and then he tells her the truth that he can't dance, and instead they end up dancing in his house together, and he learns that he can dance. He can dance with her and be a good boyfriend to her, and I liked their scenes together. I thought they had some really cute scenes together, and that was my favorite part of the episode, definitely besides the John and Kathryn one. And that was basically the episode. Definitely not the strongest episode of the season. Definitely not my favorite episode of the season. Still a good episode, but not as good as what we've been getting. The last two episodes have been a lot better than this. This Daphne plot needs to end now. We need to move along with with this Daphne plot. It's getting old. It's not getting it's not getting that interesting. Cherie's plot's a lot better. Next week, we're going to go back to the Cherie plot. We know this is going to happen next week, so we're going to go back to the Cherie plot, and we're just going to abandon this plot again, because they do this every single week, and it's really getting annoying. There's only 2 episodes left of this half of the season, which I'm kind of happy about, because this episode it seemed kind of silly. I don't understand. I understand John and Kathryn, the dancing thing. I understand the Bay with the dancing thing. Why Daphne, though? That had nothing to do with the plot. Nothing. Nothing to do with the plot had to do with Daphne. It was just really, really stupid. I really liked the Travis and Mary Beth stuff. That stuff was really good. And of course, this episode, it really made me love Renzo's character. Because he called John out. He is the first person to really make John think. You know, Kathryn really didn't, because John just had it with her. However, Renzo really made him think differently and really made John possibly change. What do you guys think of the episode? Again, I didn't think it was the strongest one, but I just thought it was an okay episode. That's it for my review. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be my review of The Fosters. So, see you then. Bye.